There we go. Hello everybody. Just a chill stream today. I'm just going to go through the MSQ&A fancy shit. Because my throat's sore. And I'm quite ill because of the lack of sleep. What am I doing? It's already open. Volume. Because my throat's sore. And I'm quite ill. Close enough. I think that means I'm making noise that you can hear. Hello, Yozan. Look, it's Miss Dermot. She's back from her adventures. Where they were fighting primals. And they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. Wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we want to be heroes too. So we formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion then? Mr. Boulder and Master Coltonate. Did you know that Miss Dermot is back? I kinda stand out in a crowd, kid. So it would seem, welcome home, Dermot. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions. I believe proper introductions are yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonate. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. Told you, Mr. Boulder, we're not younglings anymore, we're adventurers. And we were just asking Miss Dermot if she could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? You've certainly been diligent in your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are ever slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. If I were to cross swords with Dermot, a demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Alright, if I didn't know better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. But what matters? The motive, when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson. What say you, Dermot? Would you consent to spar with me? I'm going to stab you up. Hooray! We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. Let's prepare our gear for an outing. Do try not to disappoint them. Have faith, Coltonate. Just summon every last ounce of strength to make this worthy contest. Feels at least the town should prove suitable for our purpose. Very much look forward to our bout. Hang on, let me just summon the usual crowd. Wait, what was that date again? Just follow the quest marker. Oh yeah, actually, I know I said I wasn't going to get distracted today, but there's these funny quests up here, and I don't know what the hell they're for. What on earth are you? A labour of love. Trunk click arms akimbo. Sodium? I don't have a high enough level to make use. That's fine, that's fine. Mordona, things I say when I'm streaming. More donuts? Or down under? Treasured mother, what is this? What are you giving me? Flawless Alexandrite? I need one of those. Give me that. Isn't a nice woman who wanted all those maps? What brings you today, Alexandrite? Oh, that bit of crystals my son brought me. Been using it to brighten up my garden. It means that much to you. Suppose I could part with it. Exchange for a few things anyway. Just a few items I wanted as of late. Nothing an adventure like yourself shouldn't be able to do. Boiling water to soak my bones in. Sacred spring water. Sure. Sure, whatever. Just stop talking to me. How you doing, Dark? Are you doing alright, man? kind of just on a half asleep mode today, but I want to continue this. Because if I didn't, quite frankly, the heat was going to make me sleep all day. It's good of you to agree to this. I trust you're ready to begin. Ye. Let me stab the large man with my pointy stick. Very well, let's not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Ori? You certain you wish to fight alone? This is Dermot you face. Well, better way to test my mettle. Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, it was this hero's legend that led him to join the Science to begin with. Without Dermot to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point's well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. You haven't begun yet, have you? Oh man, got a fucking crowd. Ida? Who are these people? PS Plus, some games he wants to play. Firstly, did not start them on a new account, so he's basically farming jobber things from you while I clean my house. Yes, get the platinum for me. I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone. Sorry, that's great. You've outsourced your trophies. Well, I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there is still more to come. When I mentioned Dermot's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. Best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Just stop moving. He's dead, Jim. Mr. Boulder is already lost. Just time I joined the fray. To your feet, Hori. Oh no, he looks hurt. Must admit defeat. It was an honor and a privilege. Well, you can't give up, Master Boulder. Can't disappoint younglings. Never have faced such strength, but the lesson must continue. You would, Dargo, you'd love the latest Trials, because it's all the raid music really redone and amped up from FF4. Obviously because it's those mobs were fighting Barbarisha and all that. You have bested me. I yield. Booba! That was incredible. She beat them both at the same time. Knew you wouldn't lose, damn it. No one can defeat the Guardian of Yozia. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. I'm fucking dying! Impressive as always, Dimmond. It is ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. I Judging by the smiles in these many faces too, they appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea, yes. That is a most fitting title. I need to take my t-shirt off, I'm way too warm. I have attempted to wear that t-shirt for maybe the best part of 4 days, and it has not survived more than 5 minutes of being on my skin. Do you recall when we first met? It was a memorial service at the Battle of Cartmel. Technically, the first time we met was on a boat, but we never talked. So does that count as meeting? Or just seeing? Whatever. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favourable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expanded towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought the Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home is in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. Will I get a single-minded military invasion precluded, and any such switching loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned this realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many. The nation's too self-involved and unstable. It was you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. I am going to sit on you, and you will die. It was you who taught me for countless acts of bravery. That with my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land nor the history, nor any single nation. 'Twas the people, these wonderful, often infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. I wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants by charting a course for the future. Oops. I wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavour to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the science of Seven Dawn alone. That's why I need to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians, as a new expanded organisation operates beyond the limitations of the nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organisation, then pray let's continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Okay. Spooky ghost dog. Go. What was I doing again? Okay, just take that gear set. Don't know what's changed, but are you an upgrade? Even star necklace, 110, a crit spell speed, or I don't actually know. Determination's actually not 20 in. 20 in. A little bit the same. What's this one? Bracelets. It's pure crit. That's crit and debt, so these are definitely better. I think. Double check. Nope. Never mind. Okay. 90. 115. Cool. Back to Twagoon! Let's take my helmet off for a wee while. Those songs might have been in theatre and 14 category, which feel like, yeah, it's because fucking amazing songs in this game, man. You'd probably quite like the the most recent raid series, not trial series, Pandemonium, has just been tune after tune after tune. A lot of cover people on YouTube went out of their way to cover nearly every song on that list because it was just that good. Thank you for coming, Dermot. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organisation, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Determination, please. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. God, do you just speak plainly? I hate reading this kind of text. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the desperate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. Military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organisation is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become a source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense an impetus towards unification draining away. Thus I've been campaigning for the creation of what may be considered a trial company. It would be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the science. Dyslexia! Let me try again. It will be a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the scions. It is my hope that the successful utilisation of such a force will lend the momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organisation under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed, with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scions command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goal of my proposed organisation and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point concealed by all concerned. Before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders again and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask you to accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I'm otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. But what if you don't get the permission? Then all that recruitment would have meant nothing and I've wasted my time. Nah? Alright, okay. Is Alphanod amassing military sans frontiers and about to establish power uses muscle? No, he's basically just trying to make an adventurers guild, but his own, because apparently that's a better version than just having an adventurers guild. I don't know. Alphano thinks he knows shit, but at this point of the game, he's just a wannabe version of his dad. And his dad's a fucking asshole. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at the Bulwark Hall. Teleport away, large woman. Doesn't have that loose swagger. That's his granda. Later in the game you actually meet his dad, and his dad's an arse. Even when he's technically on your side, he's still a bit of a prick. I don't know, I'm actually going that way or not. Like, my whole time playing this game, I've played a male Makote with a height slider as low as it'll go, and I did not, like, I've always thought the doors in this game were, like, unnecessarily big, but now I'm playing a rogue that's, like, a height slider the whole way up. I was like, oh, okay, do you know what? Everything's a regular sized door if you're a rogue. There you are, ready to ascend the bridge and speak with the Admiral. Well, the Admiral and I are finalising permissionary boundaries and signing parchments, but have you begun the recruitment process in earnest? I have, of course, endeavoured to spread the word of our organisation through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, it is of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you're satisfied with your recruiting efforts, we can meet the airship ticket counter and might prepare for the next leg of the journey. Oh god, I hate Alphinaud at this point in the game. It gets better. It does get better. He needs to get through his shit. Estinium has to put him through his fucking... put him in his place. I think that'll be first. Cardboard trees. Out of the way! Largely, look at the fucking size of me compared to the regular NPCs, but... I just love being this big. It's so fucking funny. Master Alphinaud, the organisation, yes, the formation of this trial company was in the offing. It is with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Lominsa must needs receive my full attention. Yeah, I don't even know why you would go to a commander. Why was that even one that you wanted me to try and approach? That's like hilariously bad idea. Aye, bye. Ooh, that person's got the level 60 job gear on. 50. The 7th Sage. Where are we? You there, you prick. An organisation with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say, your proposal intrigues me, but the Krakens well know there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Sure does, bud. Sure does. I have to spread the fuck. I really should have just stuck the Aetheryte, but whatever. One in the Earth Castle, one in the... just one everywhere. Can I just stun in the fucking market bit and just shout now? Seems like that's something people in Limsa Lominsa would do, but... the games have no... No, it's not the Earth Castle. Castle's over there. Ah well, this whole area is the F castle, but that's my base over there, is what I'm trying to say. Boing. You there! Who the bloody hell do you think you are, talking to a Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on Dandy Cavaline's door. Shut your fucking mouth. I already did, but that's not the point. Shut your mouth. Blacksmith's Guild. Call a blacksmith. This one was the one that I liked the least when it came to the job skills. just the combination of the two, doing them both at the same time, was a pain in the arse. I think if I'd maybe like started on blacksmith and then cycled all the way around and finished on armorsmith, it wouldn't have been so tedious. But because I'd done them both at the same time, I was like, ugh. Entire inventory filled with bump that can't be sold because technically, up till about level 30, everything you make that isn't a bit of gear can be bought off a vendor. A precursor to a united Eorzean Grand Company. Well, I do admire the scope of your ambition. My responsibilities here at Nalkid and Vermelis keep me close to the forge. I've not the time to be traced hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills in armour, however, I may be willing to accept some special commissions. Yeah. And that is more than Alpha Shite should be happy to receive. Where am I going now? There. I knew there was another one. Hold on. Is there a random shop? What? That's rubbish. Fag off. Wait, no. I want to keep that. That's cool. Sure, whatever. Random shop she didn't know existed. You'd think the fishmonger would be on the lower decks with the fish guild and stuff, but no, apparently it's like one of the highest pillars of this place. Limsa is weird, bro. No faint Dermot. You're not adventurer brave enough, or daft enough, to seek the shortcut to Titan's bedchamber. Remember Overeel, don't you? Formerly the Company of Heroes. 3 whistles at Bron Lake. Aye. I ain't often drag my arse out to Limsa for a drink. I'm glad I did. How fare ye? Going to put together a new trip. Top tier work. Sounds like a lark, it does. Alright, let's continue. Heroes might have gone a separate way, but I ain't ready to climb my grave just yet. Hurry, we've got one. Yeah, beefy. You join me in just in time for large lady and pointless chest spike. Just really need to watch it you don't sneeze in a certain way or you impale your chin. Oh, Sage. Okay, I forgot I could unlock Sage. Okay. I'm gonna go here? Oh, that's... right, wrong quest. Alpha Note, the airship landing, that's where I'm going. Airship landing. Hello? Ah. Damn it, your recruiting went well, I trust? No. I'm curious to how many proposals was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa. It wasn't. Ah, a member of the legendary Company of Heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue to Gridania at your own pace. I'll await your arrival at Nufika's altar. Alpha, know you are a pain in my backside. How you doing, Beefy? You alright? My audience with the other seats here is due to commence momentarily. I'd be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Can I just wait here at the ticket counter? Fucking nice sword, Dark Knight. I too have that. It is a good sword. Still don't know if I prefer that over the mandible weapon, but it's a good sword. I like that sword. Chilling today, see you if you need me. Sweet, thanks buddy. I don't want to get too distracted today. I say that I've wanted to get distracted twice, but that isn't the point. What was I saying? Oh, I distracted myself clearly. Yeah, I just want to get some MSQ done, just for a wee hour or two. See how far I can crack through it, you know. Maybe stream later, depending on how far I get. Oh god, could it truly be you? What fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Eh? Could it be you don't remember me? Nope. It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Busker Runs. Yeah, I remember. Of course you do. Began to wonder if the jail had changed me more than I realised. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognised after my shameful conduct. Less said of my past the better, I suppose. But what of you, adventurer? What brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting. What is the policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Woodwheelers have not more to do with me. This may just be my second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say. I should leave at once. You shall not forget this. I promise you. I'm a changed man. Oops. I hate this one impenetrably large fence. What? You want me to recruit the butler? The traumatized butler? Is that really who I'm going up there to recruit? I guess I'll fucking see in a minute. You me through. Grandfather, you must call today. Let's return to the guild and rest there. Your tormented back gives up on you for good. Terrible sorry, we were just... Oh, Dermot, isn't it? Been some time since our path crossed outside of Cobweb Mines. It's alright. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then. Look how far you've come. Mother Mian tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order. Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. It's the very thing I spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join you in your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Of course, it'd be the fucking Gridanians that would recruit the most of. Nose! I don't know why, I just love that of all of Gridania, the bit that I always know is there's a wee man in this corner called Nose. I don't know why. Like, see, you really want me to come up and recruit the traumatized butler for an army? You'd offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I'm both puzzled and honoured by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Well, fair, I guess it did consider it, but, you know, honour bound and all that, but, like, heavily traumatised elderly butler doesn't really strike as, you know, company of heroes, I guess. Whatever. Sprint faster, damn it. Pew. It's not often the guild officer such as myself gets recruited. This company of yours certainly does have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such a time as your organisation is more organised. That's fair. Airship landing. Yee no. No ye. No ye no. Oh. He was right in front of me, but I couldn't see because I'm too big. One news, Dermot. For my part, the seats here was most amenable to our requirements. A former woodwhaler, a seasoned adventurer. Your company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah while the iron is hot? Let us meet the Royal Promenade and endeavour to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Use your people words, not your Alphinaud words. That could have all been summarised with, cool, nice job. Let's go to the last place that we know of. Fucking wee bastard. Bugger's in for a slap, that's what he's in for. The truly thing is, he's asked me to meet him up at the fucking top of this goddamn place, right? The Chamber of fucking Rule. And then he's going to tell me to fuck off around the rest of Ul'dah, when he could have met me at the Aetheryte, where he knows I spawn in, and I could have done my shit there, and met him at the Airship Land, which is next to the fucking Aetheryte. Yeah. Pap. Ul'dah, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. Some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I don't think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let's meet back here at the promenade when our prospective tasks are complete. See? What did I fucking tell you? He wants me to go all the way fucking down. Oh my god, and they're all over the shop as well. I'll just start at the Sapphire Exchange. Ugh. If I said that out of all the cities, Ul'dah's my least favourite. Except this good. This dude's cool. He teaches me how to disenchant stuff. A company that looks to cure the ills of an entire realm? Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next all over, let alone the conundrums of the neighbouring nation. Why do I smell burning? I think I'm having a stroke. You there, gladiator. I was surprised when rumours drift down a Pearl Lane. I know of the glorious new company of yours, just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whisper Street said your organisation is funded by corrupt coin, the syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, you're a bigger fool than I took you for. That way. You good, bud? Yeah, he good. God damn. You're not even up to my knee. I could punt him. Ah, okay. Thanks. Guess I'm recruiting a weaver. Pion. Yellow moon. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me to some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady's already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Again, they sent a semi-silent protag to recruit people. What did they really expect was going to happen? King Leech. Ew, unfortunate name, my friend. What have I become? Do you remember me, perchance? I'm Urson, Church of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. Must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. You're with your companion? Thancred, was it? Ah, there's new companions to seek then. Your proposing organisation sounds a powerful force of good, but my place is with the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. That way. Oops. There's something just horrible about Lalafell names though. I don't know what's worse, Lalafell names or Rogaden names. I'm saying that full intent I'm using an Irish name. You lady came to Little Amigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends beside. They were such fools. in the road, disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. Realised how easily I'd got manipulated, about to make myself a more worldly man. So here I am, a new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? Sounds exactly the kind of opportunity I need. Don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I preferred myself to fight evil, and I know it is out there. The evil I know is out there, sorry. Hustings Stripida. Straight back to the Chamber of Rule. For all you shit. Hey, that's a guy who makes you a paladin. I've heard you, Dimit. What hidden gems the streets of Ul'dah offer you in your... What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? Nothing. A single Alamegan youth? Well, you've certainly given us an admirable spark. Admirable. That's a hard word to say. You've certainly given us an admirable start. Even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. Anyway, in these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping in clouds. I'm yawning! Excuse me. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless. And the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Dermot. I will not squander this precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Yes, we're free to begin. As you've no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, documents signed, and finances secure, not to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement. As was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinised and recorded. This organisation will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as of the rumours and doubts surrounding the enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has decided to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn the people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Hooray! I don't have to go there myself, he's actually taking me. Just casually crash the dude. Out goes a third balloon. Wow, sure glad I wasn't in that one. Hello, Robin.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alphino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
Hey, Dargle, that's almost like what you said earlier, eh?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'Dan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
Now they've made the sad onion cry.
What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
I just went to wipe sweat off my brow and just slapped myself in the forehead. Yes. I thought I was getting taken with you in the boat. Did you just leave? Have I just been standing there all night? There's a limit to how awkward I'm allowed to be off the screen, you know what I mean? Jeez. Imagine these poor fuckers just standing there all day like, is that big woman going to do it? She just stood there all night, no moving. I don't know, a bird needs fed. Oh, my throat is thrashed for some reason. I had to sleep with my fan on last night. I think it just blew all the dust directly into my tonsils that I don't have. Tonsils is just the first part of my throat I could think of. This is a journey I soon wish to repeat. This is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. Well, you just fucking forced me through it, and I've already done it about 12 times. Slap! I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolise your services, Dermot. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free from other duties. Greetings, Dermot. Avno tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scion shall be grateful to have the support of such an organisation. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here in the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Avno to see that all is in readiness. So I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces arrived in Revenant's Toll of late. I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Show me where I put the pointy stick. Oh. God, sorry, I'm really trying not to cough into the microphone, but it's so sudden. I haven't really got time to mute the button. Find the mute button. No, not yet. Border. The only other person, NPC, that's like height-wise with me. What can I do for you, Dermot? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Barely noticed your recruits arrive. There's barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. I appreciate your offer of aid. It is more your burden that concerns me, until this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent. So I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Laughborn, the shipment, we couldn't. We bring the shipment to Revenant Stoll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. Just as we sought to cross over to Mor Dhona, set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. Not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? Heretics are involved. It's like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Fortemps. Collection of provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are appraised of this development. Dermot, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fortemps? I'll be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but also have you travel there to offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realise I contradict my early hopes to lighten your load. I need someone who can bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favourable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Haurchefant will be glad of your assistance. Pew! Right, well, I just realised something. I think I need a bit of a casual outfit, so I'm going to quickly go to... Do you know, I think the easiest place to find it is there. Because my first glam plate will be male Viera gear that I won't be able to glam to. Nope. Not allowed. What? This isn't where I'm meant to go. Oh, I suppose I can speak to this wee guy. What looks better? Oh. Let's buy one of her, inshallah. Oh yeah, I definitely prefer that. Oh, hell yeah. Why can't I try those on? Ugh. Stupid Final Fantasy. I'm really good at this not getting distracted, Jazz. What? No, okay. that been better than that? Nah, it's rubbish. Yeah, I guess I'll do for now. Save. Warrior of Light's casual outfit featuring Eggman glasses. What's the difference between the two again? What's that? Is that the... Ooh, yeah, sure. So this one is worms, so what's the dragon? Is that just darker? Yeah, it is, but it still has that weird spike. Alright, okay. Whatevs. Discard all. Harshaband. Well, if it's my fine friend Dermot Diner, would you care for a plate of roast? That one? Some mulled wine? No? So you've not come into my hall to merely escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll. I suspect your timing of your arrival is no coincidence. What gave you that idea?
The incident with the New Frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say.
I do like loud horse fart. What are you talking about?
These incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader,
Horse fart.
Lady Iceheart.
Horse font. Horse
Though
fart.
I have devoted
Fuck.
significant
I'm gonna be
resources
letting you
to
hear
the
that
task
now,
of
am I?
identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name.
So I was talking through that. This new unity of workers was attributed to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources in identifying this woman, I've yet to learn so much as her birth name.
What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Hallone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
It's hard, so you're right there, I said it. Where am I going for this? Over there. I wish this place had an Aetheryte. It's weird that it doesn't, right? You're gonna make me fly to tap this place, aren't you? Right, drillment. Pray speak plainly, I'm a man of action. No need honeyed words. On a trail of a band of thieving heretics, say, by the Fury. You do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess then, 'tis a sad truth, that the welds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organisation that confounds us, the heretics themselves have somehow changed. I know not the manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervour. 'Tis unsettling, unnatural zeal. Maybe you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow, and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some detail that can aid you in your task. The weird FF13 Shiva bike was strange, but that's all I can really say about that. Is, it's not the worst one in that whole game. It's up the stairs, Brian. You know it's up the stairs, but you always check the stupid wee fucking. Wow. I'll tell you what happened. Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was travelling my usual route to Whitebrim Front, and a sudden blow sent me reeling. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armour, crystals, they were taking everything. It was then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say this is where they were hauling my goods. But you not catch me rushing off in pursuit. And tell me 'twas a miracle that I survived and all. That I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Okay. Here's one for you, Dargo. I'd say 7, 8, 9 and 10 are the most kind of popular ones I can think of right from the top of my head. We won't talk about 14. And you're a big Ifrit fan. What's your favourite and what's your least favourite Ifrit design? Because I fucking loved Ifrit in FF10. But there was something to be said for the simplicity of the FF7, just big fiery angry man. Well, that and FF8's thing was really good for me. I loved FF8's as well. I don't think I could tell you what FF9's looks like off the top of my head. I don't know why. Draw your weapon, Phil. Wait, I recognise you, adventurer. Come seeking heretics? We share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of the raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have them cornered in this ravine, and yet they have gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Yeah, agreed. once the woman atop the cliff, could it be Iceheart herself has come to sneer at her folly? And to where did she disappear? Heretics must have discovered a passage in that frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best to return to Whiteburn Front and lay our suspicion before Lord Trolmont. I have to look, because like I've got no memory of him at all, so I'm kind of like, is it even, he can't be that memorable. FF9 effort. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. He's the worst. He's the worst. It looks like Blanca, like a skin swapped Blanca with horns. FF9, like, the summons were either super fucking memorable, like Alexander, for example, Bahamut, or they were just kind of forgettable. I couldn't tell you what they actually looked like, you know. Atmos was fucking cool. Seems to be a lot FF9. Wish Blanca, yeah. Damn it, Beardsley, I owe you my thanks once again. Surviving night spared no detail in the report. The men you found near Snowcloak were some of my finest. They should be bested so hard and handily. I fear I've woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Horshaphant of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and our fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice ever long. I know I could just fly there, but it's like it's 100 gil. Just go. Lazy. Team of Blanca. God damn it, Beef, why'd you have to call him a horse fart?
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate.
I can't think of what Khajiit is. Is that the big bull thing? Tetra disaster. Honestly, I'm surprised, but no. I think they're just regular mobs in places.
So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order.
We do have Typhoon in the game, though.
Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
We return to Revenant's Toll. In fact, here's one. I'll tell you what my least favourite of any primal summon GF anything is from any of the games in general. And it has to be FF8's Quetzalcoatl. I don't know what they were trying to do with that design, but it kinda just looks like a bird shit that got up and started flying around. Dermot, it's good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes? As for Tom sending us a second shipment, I must send thanks to Lord Horshavon and his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed and power. All of us, Alpharos Durkert included, must remain vigilant against such threats. I don't know if I like that, to be honest with you. What's this one? I kinda dig that, but at the same time, no. Ooh. Nah, you're alright, bro. Worst summon with best animation, Anima. I guess I can see that. Anima is an interesting one. I like the top end, but there's something about the bottom end, which is just supposed to be the one up top, unchained, just gone free, and he's brought in his wee shadow dimension. Sure, whatever, but at the end of the day, I prefer the creepy, chained up version that just blasts you with magic, you know? And best summon with the worst animation, Magus Sisters. I can't even remember, I just know it took forever to get through. That's all I can say on that one, I'm afraid. Like, I know specifically they were the best summon that you could get in the game, but I went out of my way to never fucking use them, because they took forever to do anything. While you win Kurthus preparation for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, Tatarud does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head to the Rising Stones and see if your fanatic receptionist could do with a hand? Yeah, they definitely made those a bit better in 14. Yeah. Start of this expansion, Dargo. They fucking set us up to fight the fucking Magus Sisters. And the fight was, I was not expecting it to be that tough. It's like one of the first or second dungeons you do in this expansion. And, oh, hot damn, man. Hot damn. In fact, people still wipe on it if they don't know what they're doing on the last fight. These parchment need to be sorted. These documents, why are they even here? Oh, sorely tempted to file the lot into my waste paper basket. Ah, damn it, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll. Now have time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here at the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alpharo if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I don't want to watch the ceremony. Wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organisation and a well-dressed organisation, I suppose. FF16 crossover content. Get ready for Titan Kaiju. I cannot wait for that. That's one thing, right? I know you hate this, Dargo, right? But I have successfully played through the entirety of FF13 at least twice. I cannot be fucking bothered finishing FF15 at all. But, there's a big but. The primals in FF15 are chef's kiss, especially Titan. Oof! That is such a cool fucking Titan. And that, and obviously Garuda, I know it's a bonus thing, which is actually a crossover with 14, but their version of Garuda is cool as fuck. Like, holy shit, is all I can say. Those who believe this company will see no riches, short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future, is that I sign my name to the gods. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organisation has made a name of itself, there should be wealth aplenty, selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. 16 Garuda is amazing, yeah. I love 14's Garuda though. She's actually the scariest Titan, and the lore behind her is that she is actually the most unhinged and violent. There's definitely a good road there, and you chose to walk there. My chocobo's a menace. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit I've no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Weren't you a woodwhaler? Ah, no uniforms. Reminder of my induction to the woodwhalers. Yeah, you know, the group of scouts and rangers. Basically, they're just basically scouts and rangers. Do that? No? Okay. Silly bastard. Up there. Why am I running? I can fly. Oh, 16 Garuda, sorry, I'm immediately thought of 15's Garuda there. Yeah, 16 Garuda is... Matron. Not to be monster fucker on main, but oofed. Scarlet Garb that marks me as a proud man of the Maelstrom, and hearted defender of Lim's Laminsa, yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm. And thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute to the grander scale. Oh, that's a striking shade of blue. Put it alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe was certainly not lack of colour. Well, it's certainly going to have red and blue. Don't believe we've met. I'm Albert, and I have the honour of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Little El Amigo could learn much from Revenant Stoll, that this town can be alive in the midst of such desolation. We've never aught quite so I've never worn aught quite so voluminous? Voluminous. Is that what that word says? I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to your language in time, I guess. Dear Medina, gods, I didn't expect to meet you strolling about town. Tells you your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. Oh, uniform. Does no one receive this uniform from your hands? I shall wear it with pride. It's Pride Month. You know what that means? What? Gay military? Hello there, lass. Looking for me, was you? Suggest giving a whistle. I'm not sure I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Yeah, you're the one that's going to hate this the most, I think. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood to my head. Not to worry though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Alright. Language. Speakingness of not Good. What's this last little bastard? Wasn't he on like an elevated plinth here somewhere? There. Zildur's left has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forward. Ah yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, I thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organisation is somewhat intimidating. Do I really need to go and speak to Alphinaud? I don't want to watch this inaugural ceremony. Tara mentioned you were handing out the uniforms. Assume you've met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention that I thought of the name of the company? It is my hope it shall be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near. Last my recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Please be voiced.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
Shut up, phone.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphinaud. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Is it Saturday? It's Saturday.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, We must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
I can just buy these off a vendor, can't I? Because they're all cool and everything, but money. Money. Very good. See, the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that the shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Spooky. Oh, hello. Those are quite nice. Try as I might, I cannot shake the creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems and the present. Brimless have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summoned them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. Till such a time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of you knew this already. All of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphinaud did well to come to found the organisation, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, if that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know he can be independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help, save of course when that help comes from you. Alphinaud has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. If I fucking must. nowhere near. That's fine. What is it? And do be concise, I'm rather busy. You would lend a hand? See, well, now you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say my men want for labour. Though we are but newly formed, there is already great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted the resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance. Sloppy.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Right then. Well, I'm going to continue this later because I smell a not insignificant amount of cooking happening downstairs and I'm getting munched. So chances are dinner's soon. But I'm definitely going to be streaming later. Well, 6-7. If you just want to join me, I shall join in it. Beef, did you just log in just for me to say that I'm sorry? Damn it, the timing. Yeah, I'm done for now. I'm going to continue later, alrighty? Take it easy, guys.